Well, good morning. You can see it's a nice, calm, sunny morning. The sun isn't here yet. It's across the shore. I'm trying to get some recordings of the fog, but I woke up about 5 o'clock, looked outside, and it was just solid fog. Couldn't see a thing. It was pretty dark. So, closed my eyes and woke up at 6:30, and missed most of the fog actually. But I got some of it here. But been sitting around watching for moose, trying to stay warm. Very, very cold. A lot of dew on everything. Very wet out here. So far, a pretty good morning. There is some wind. You can hear it up through the trees from time to time. But so far, so good this morning. I'm trying to find the portage into the Otto Lakes, and I'm a little bit confused because this spot here sure looks like a portage landing. There's a crack there through the rock, and up in the woods there I can kind of see a trail. But there's another one very similar to this just around the corner of this point, over this way, around that way. That is actually where it shows on the map, but that one goes in the woods. It's got a terrible rocky landing and it goes straight up the hill. Quite confused, so I think what I'm going to do, since this is such an easy landing right here, is just go get out, go check it out a little ways before I bother getting the boat. Just on a little day trip. All I have with is my camera bag with some food with me a little bit for a picnic if I want, and that's it. And here's Otto Lake. That first portage landing was not it. It was something somebody made. It's a really nice trail, fairly flat, but there's no branches trimmed. It's like literally weaving your way through the balsam firs. It's the tread is great, but the no way you could get a canoe through there. The other one is truly a maintained trail. A lot of wind because that was a heart stopper, straight up, straight down these rocks. But I made it. And then the worst part was the landing here is just this little notch, of course. I'm standing on some rocks, and there's the ground. Right here is about the last rock, and the next step is that deep. So, yeah, that was fun. I don't even know if it had a bottom. I was holding it up on the other leg. So. Well, now I'm wet. I gotta figure out, I don't dare step out here. Who knows how deep that is. So, gotta figure out how to get in the canoe. I may have to do a end over end, sort of tough with the yoke in the way, but I'll figure it out. The campsite, I think, is on that long peninsula with the rock on it. I think. Alright, let's go check her out. It's actually a pretty big lake. Looks like that point right there, that's the big rocky point. You could see where we came in. Looks like it must have had a fire there one time. All really young trees. Kind of bare rock. A lot of exposed rock and no large trees. But that is not the campsite. Still kind of looking for it. Well, there's two. This is the first one I'm looking for. Looks like a nice place up there. I think the campsite's right here. I really can't tell. It looks like it'd be that. There's sort of an open spot right there, but no sign of a landing. The other side's got a big log in the way. But you just never know. Sure is pretty in here. Yeah, it's definitely the campsite. You can see the little landing right there. Doesn't look easy. And no sign of the actual fire grate or anything, so maybe it's back in the woods. So I think we'll go on to look at the second site. Check that out for the heck of it. Pretty impressive rock right there. It looks like a nice pictograph cliff. The western campsite is actually right next to the pictograph cliffs. Wind has got me here. Right near that stick. Not sure how you land in that thing. Wow, it looks like a really nice site. Looks like it's actually got a little bit of use. I'm gonna back up. Right there on that point. At the end of this little bay ahead is a very short creek that comes out in Omega. Quite surprised there isn't a portage along that. Looks like it'd be a lot easier way to go than the way there is to get here. And I found the landing of this second campsite. It's between that pictograph looking cliff and the campsite. It's a little notch right here. And you gotta take this little trail up to it apparently. Oh wow, this is pretty cool. Love the big pines out here. Oh, people have stayed here. It's pretty beat. Somebody's tried to have a fire in there recently. Pretty rocks. It's big pines. Pretty nice view. Off to the west of the actual fire grate area. This campsite, there's a trail that leads down to this next big prominence of rock. There's little trails kind of going all over. It gets used more than you think. And there is actually a really decent tent pad right here. Long way from the fire grate, but way nicer than the tent pad I've got. You could kind of make one out of here if you didn't mind laying on some rocks. I guess it's not as far from the fire as I think. And this over here is the latrine trail, I assume. Actually a pretty nice site. I have a great evening here. I got back from my day trip over to Otto Lake, the first Otto Lake. I decided not to go to the next one. I was tired and just supposed to be a rest day, so I decided not to add another portage to my trip just because of it. So I've been just kicking back. It's absolutely relaxing. Got all my chores done. Got cleaned up myself a little bit. I ate some chocolate pudding mix stuff that I brought with me. That had some nice peanut butter crumbles and stuff like that on top. And then now it's a while later after that. I got some water filtered, got everything dried, got all the mud cleaned out of my pants and my shoes. Everything's drying, and now I'm sitting here cooking, making some beef stroganoff. It's sitting in the cozy right now, just cooking. And I'm sitting here in the shade, just admiring the view, kicking back, absolutely not putting any stress on myself if I can. Oh, Loon is singing wonderfully. Hope you can hear that. Just giving a quick update for the day. It's day 4, Wednesday. Had a great day here on Henson Lake. This campsite's 5-star to me. It's got a kind of poor 10-pad choice and crazy climb up a hill to latrine, but other than that, you know, stuff like that. Big pines, very few people. I saw 2 parties go by today and a third one cross onto the portage over to Otto this evening. The portage is literally right there across. Loon is having a great time, but so am I. But the plan tomorrow is I'm going to get up early and take off to head toward Brule. Severe thunderstorms Friday night and Saturday, and it's supposed to get kind of windy. So I might take off, get out of here on Friday, and so I want to get closer. That's the plan for now. Thanks for watching.